Howdy, howdy, y'all. This is not Minecraft. So here we are, back in Firefall. It's been, what, a year? Year and a half since I did my last video for Firefall. And, yeah, been a long time. I'm actually making this guide as a complimentary to a recent, air quote, recent forum thread I made on the Firefall forums, which can be found at forums.firefall.com. I'll try to remember to put links to the website and the forums. And whose fucking motorcycle? Stop driving in my ears, jerk. Nope. I've recently made a thread on the forums called The Poisoner's Guide to Happiness. What it is it's a Recluse frame guide. The Recluse, which is what I am currently on, I don't remember how to free look because I'm a noob, is one of the advanced frames you can get. It is the advanced frame for the biotech. Now, if you remember back in my videos failing at Firefall, I was on my biotech, who never actually made it to level 40, because I am amazing. I don't even have a battle frame core in this one. I may have to work on that later. I kind of want to level this character, but no. Now, the reason why I have an advanced frame when I don't even, like, this is my only level 40, is because I unlocked it back in horizontal progression. You'll remember I showed you that back in that video. Now, horizontal progression has been removed since then, and it's gone through many iterations and changes. So let's head on over to the crafting terminals. Now it's all done by research and the like. So if you go into research, you're going to see all of your different weapons. For the Recluse frame, you can use both the bio crossbows, and this is how the research tree works. Now, if you don't want to research every single tier of every single thing, you can actually go across the top here and unlock your way down. I still haven't gotten the purple bio crossbows because I suck at life. And we can also use the bio needlers, which I'm not even going to bother researching, which I will cover in a little bit. You also have your abilities. Now this goes all the way from your base abilities, which as a recluse you're going to want to have your biotech ones. And then, and this is a bug, and it's going to drive me insane, and I'm going to punch somebody about it later. Recluse abilities, you know, down here with the Nighthawk, and I totally didn't just point at my monitor like you guys could see my hand. And then here's the Recluse abilities. Now, battle frame production covers a lot of different things. Now, these are where your HKMs are located. An HKM is your ultimate ability. It's charges up as you do damage, as you take damage, and then it decharges whenever you're out of combat slowly. This is also where you're going to find your cores. Cores are very important. They give you everything from health to other things. This is my time bank. Y'all won't have a time bank because you didn't play during beta. There's also, God, I can't wait until the freaking core modules show up. I know they're in here. Where'd they go? So in battle frame production for a little bit, I don't know if it got removed or if it's just still in the market. Okay, whatever, I'll cover that in a bit. Here's your general knowledge. I consider general knowledge to actually be the most important tier out of all of them. The reason for this is for the health packs, the stim packs, which I still have to get my XXL stim packs, and your thumpers. Health and ammo power-ups don't really drop that often. You can't actually research ammo power-ups, but you can research your health power-ups. You want to research them, or you're going to be buying a lot of them. there are some people who are on the fence between researching them versus using them. I honestly think it's better to research them and just make them yourself. Refining, you're going to pick up loot from around the world that you're going to need to turn into other things. So like this melted DNA. What are you typing? This melted DNA solution looted from Chosen, which are the bad guys in the game. It refines into chromatic nucleotides and dark crystite. Now, dark crystite, kinda useless since we've unlocked the whole map. However, they have said that they're going to be reintroducing things for hard modes, which you're going to need that for. Now let's see. No modules? No. Shared equipment. Battle frame cores. No. Supposedly in here, show non-research blueprints. Nope. Nope. Supposedly in here somewhere is the... No, wait, actually I'm wrong. I'm wrong, because I'm a bad at life. Sorry, I'm totally taking y'all. Aha, core modules. These are so interesting. I want to know when they're coming out and what they're going to do. Sorry, back during the days of customization, we had lots of ways to make our frames unique. That's a dragonfly. And that all got changed, and I hate how it does that every time I walk by it. And so we just have cores. Yes, I'm using a green core. Yes, I'm bad at life because my stuff's not even repaired. Full repair barely cost me 1,000 crystite. Cool. Good job. So I'm using a bio crossbow. The Bison is actually a level 39 gun. But because it was a purple that I picked up, and because it has Fusillade, which is a rate of fire and splash radius buff, I actually kept it. Now, the modules you'll see in here, I'm going to cover in a little bit, because that's kind of... That's a subject for a whole nother can of worms. But those boosted the required level up to level 40, which is the max level. Here is the Amazonian XT, a grenade launcher. I don't actually recommend grenade launchers for secondaries. The only reason I'm using this is it's stupid. It locks on to targets with its right-click function and shoots a poison grenade at it. Again, it actually is a level 37 blue, but because of the modules I've dumped into it, it's powered it up to a level 40. Blue abilities, just because they're basically the same thing as a freaking purple. And yeah, this is my HKM. And this is my paint. It's the Nightmare. It's beautiful. Bam. That's kind of cool. I didn't know you could spin this. Sorry. Y'all know me, I get distracted easily. Welcome to the wonderful world of perks. Now we're going to cover a few things. No, we're not. We're going to go back to character. We're going to cover secondaries, actually. Well, we're going to cover weapons in general. With your primary, you're going to want 2 guns. First off, you're going to want a bio crossbow. That's going to be, you know, your Bison, your Tahanta, and these are all going to have random prefixes, crafted or found. Now, let me go into, go away, primary weapons, available. I want only epic, and I want only level 40. I wish it knew I did that. Blew up in my face. Thank you. Okay. So here you're going to see the list of everything. So these are just your these are your bio needlers, your Tahantas are your bio crossbows. Now, I'd like to point out that the difference between a Bison and a Tahanta is realistically around 4 item levels, and I want to say it's like 16 damage per round. The reason why you're seeing such a difference in terms of my power rating and my DPS and my rate of fire and my splash fire radius is because of my modules, is because of the prefix, things like that. With patch 1.1, the Elemental Destruction patch, they introduced new prefixes. So high yield, havoc, these are all prefixes from pre 1.1. Here is arguably the best prefix in the game, period. Not just for recluses, but period. Virulent Bioactive poisons a target for additional damage with a high chance to infect them with a dot. The reason why this makes this the best thing in the game is for perks. Now, perks are unlocked on each frame, including your basic frames. And the reason why this one weapon type is the best is for certain perks that are unlocked from your biotech and your recluse leveling. These boost your poison damage, they give snares onto poison abilities, and they cause your poison damaging main fire abilities and the initial splash damage of your alt fire on a bio crossbow to place a dot on the target, which prior to the latest hotfix, I want to say it was version 1.1.1089, was doing roughly 4,000 to 4.5k damage per tick. The tick for this was actually every 3 seconds. You would generally get about 2. Every once in a while you'd get 2 to 3. And this right here, Virulent Bioactive, amazing. That being said, the price on these, actually the price on all of the new prefix guns is stupid. So credits are earned. Here, I can actually go in here because I haven't done my credit conversion for the day. Credits can be gotten through a daily transfer. That's from crystite to credits. Crystite you make from doing, you know, just random things in the world, doing your missions, doing random events, just shooting things. Refining will give you small amounts of crystite as well. Then you go into the market, which is the T key, and you click convert currency. You can convert up to 25,000 crystite per day, and that'll give you an extra 1,000 credits. Now, to put that into perspective, oh, and you can also switch it out for red beans. Oh, the price floor is only at 102. To put that into perspective, this person wants 80,000 credits. Now, yes, you can make credits buying and selling on the market and playing the market. But for the casual player who's just going to log in, get their daily credits for the day, and then log back out, really? Am I really going to be a target? You better not target me while I'm doing a video. That's almost 3 months worth of log in, do your daily credits, log out. You really think someone's going to pay 3 months worth of quote-unquote income in this game for one gun? Now, admittedly, there's no expansions, and this is only 2 item levels below the best guns in the game currently, but that's just stupid. Like, really, this should be somewhere closer to maybe 20,000. That would be a more respectable price. In the same boat, though, these things like this is a pretty decent price, actually, for non-virulent bioactive. The Tahantas will always be some retardedly high price because, and I'll admit it, Recluse is broken as hell. We can do anything we want to. For your secondaries. Secondaries are a preference thing. I generally don't recommend the grenade launcher and the shotgun though. The only reason I'm using one is again because it has a lock-on mode, which just targets and shoots. I don't have to pay attention to what I'm doing. Outside of that, you're going to want to look for any weapon that does poison damage. And this is so that way this will proc your catalytic poisons, your, right? Catalytic poisons? Yes, I want to say it's catalytic poisons. Your toxic, potent toxins, and virus will boost its damage. These are all perks, which I'll get to here in a second. As long as they're poison type, you're good. You're golden. It doesn't matter. There's currently like a small handful of us that would love to see the ability to switch out the secondary for another primary. So I could have a bio crossbow in my first one and a bio needler in my second one. That would make me so happy, you don't even know. Abilities are more of a preferential thing. Just like the secondary. I run, I guess it's becoming the standard build. I run an evacuate, and that's so that way, here, I'll head outside and show you. So, what are you doing? Get some fluid movement, please. Stop being loud. So evacuate, push it, shoots you backwards, and leaves behind a poison cloud. Now, that poison cloud cannot damage you, or at least I've never been able to damage myself with it. It's mostly used as a get the hell out of there ability. Then you have, crap, I forgot the name of my own abilities. Creeping Death, right? Yep, Creeping Death, Poison Ball, and Necrosis. Can we undo this? So Creeping Death is a push the button, shoots a shot type ability. This creates a sphere of poison. Now, the image you're seeing is huge, I admit that. However, my Creeping Death is only 14 meters, which means that from the point I shot it at, it went 7 meters in every direction, which probably was right around there-ish, maybe a little bit bigger than right around there-ish. It does respectable damage, but again, it's just to apply your catalytic poisons. Poison Ball, shoot it, creates a cloud. Now, my only real issue with Poison Ball to Creeping Death is they should both be red, they both hurt you, they're both bad. My Poison Ball has a 3-meter radius. Huh, really? Did they change you? This used to be larger. Because you're still 9, you're still 14. I think they might have done a stealth change on this. I don't know, I'll have to look. And then Necrosis, just, I don't have an HKM built up. You do PBAOE. Interesting. Anyways, all of your abilities do poison damage. And again, Evacuate's just a get the hell out of there ability. But yeah, see, I can't take damage from that. If I do this, can't take damage from Creeping Death. Poison Ball, I will take damage from. I will take a lot of damage from it. See, it's a pretty decent amount of damage right there, honestly. Sonic Detonator, because I pushed the wrong button, because I fat-fingered the hell out of that. Stim Pack, because I felt like it. And then my right-click Alt-Fire puts down a Poison Cloud. So first we'll do one over there. Now, despite the fact that graphic doesn't look very big, it's actually pretty substantial. Right-click at my feet. Does a pretty decent amount of damage. And you make fun choking sounds the whole time. Now then, we're going to go in, and it does that every time I walk over here, and I have no clue why. We're going to go talk about perks. Perks are, for the most part, a choose-your-own-adventure story type of thing. My perks actually aren't optimal for PvE. And I'll go over that in just a second. It's a preferential build. So you unlock perks as you level for the most part. Some of these you're given automatically, some of them require you to level up. So like Sprinter, Prototype Pistons, those are basic ones. Harden did require me to level a Mammoth. Siphoning Unit is unlocked for every biotech frame and is arguably the most broken ability in the game. It returns 10% of any damage or healing that a biotech inflicts as health, which doesn't sound like much, but when you're fighting the mobs in this game that do spawn as giant clusters, it returns a lot of health. Like, a lot of health. Sorry. And then you have Necrotic Poison, which is the Recluse specific ability. Perk, whatever. It deals poison damage, or well, dealing poison damage causes everything to deal 10% less damage. Now that doesn't sound that good. In reality, that's amazing, because like, here's the neutralizer perk, which I still say is broken. It reduces damage taken from poison damage types by 20%. Okay, that's great. Could you imagine if you stacked a necrotic poison and then your tank had the ability to lower the damage they were taking by another 20%? That's a 30% reduction. Although it's probably not cumulative, it's probably additive. Yeah, I think it's probably additive. I doubt they would let you get 30% reduction like that. Either way, it's a lot of damage reduction. So my build currently is Persistence, just so I regenerate more health. Harden, so that way I take less damage once in a while. With 1.1, insert hotfix number here, Mystical Brain that I don't remember. They buffed HP in general, and then they buffed mob hit points and damage. This actually is more useful now than it was before, but again, it requires you to have the Mammoth Advanced Frame and level it to 10 first. I run Sprinter and Prototype Pistons, which are two basic ones, and Quick Pivot Servos, which is literally both of those two previous perks combined into one because I like to go fast. Siphoning Unit. Virus, which increases all of my poison damage. Necrotic Poison to lower damage output. Catalytic Poisons, which is still pretty freaking broken. Honestly, I'm still doing about 3,000 damage with it on most targets. And then Potent Toxins. Now, Potent Toxins is the one thing in my perk build that doesn't belong. The only reason I have it is I don't actually have anything else I want. I mean, I suppose I could do Fully Loaded. I mean, I suppose I could do, I could do Thick Hide instead and just make myself even tankier to be stupid. Potent Toxins puts a snare on your target in both PvE and PvP, and reduces their movement speed by 30%. Now in PvP, this is killer, and in 1.1.1089, they actually nerfed this ability in PvP and made it so that way anytime you're affected by a snare, its duration and effect is reduced by 50%. So in reality, in PvP, it's a 15% reduction. In PvE, it doesn't matter because mobs are stupid and they go, oh hey, that's poison, I'm gonna sit in it and continue to try and kill you, think you have a nice day. It's not needed in PvE, so like I said, it's kind of a waste. Chosen Honor's back? Ooh. This perk was broken for the longest time. It is awesome, but it requires a spendable build. Whenever you want to change your build, you just click respec. To cover a few things first before you do this, respecs are not infinite, they are not free. They require you to purchase them. To purchase a single respec costs a single red bean. As I showed you earlier when we were looking at the currency tab, a single red bean currently runs about 102 credits a piece, which means these stack up really quickly in price if you decide to change, or if you have a build for PvP versus a build for PvE. You will be burning through credits like crazy. And actually, yeah, I am going to redo my spec really quick. Yep, come on. Respec. Thank you. Nope. You. I think I'm gonna throw in thick hide. I think I'm just gonna, you know, I just want to see what it does. Pivot. Pivot. Get in the circle. Thank you, you jerk. I've always wondered if Shields Up actually works on Harden. That would be really interesting. I could probably get Bioblending. It's a really good perk, and as a Recluse, you're generally at full health, or you shoot back up to full health so quick because of Siphoning Unit. Necrotic, Siphon, Harden, please go where you belong. Virus, Persistence, and gotta go fast. As you can see, it's the same exact build I was just using. I just did it in backwards order because I was down at the 5-point range already. Once you've done your perks, you can lock in. Now, woohoo, 41,000 health. That is ridiculous. That is stupid. That should not be allowed. Oh man, people are gonna be so mad at me. As you can see, my power rating is 971. Again, I've sacrificed that for the secondary, for the fact that my primary is not level 40, and for my blue abilities here. Your battle frame core doesn't actually have a power rating. Power rating is given by all gear. It increases your damage across your entire frame. So you always want to upgrade at any chance. So even if you have a level 4 ability and a level 40 that do the same amount of damage, have the same cooldown, the difference between a level 4 and a level 40 is going to be that power rating. So like here I have a level 18 Havoc module with a power rating of 11. Here I have a level 40 Havoc module with a power rating of 23. While that 12-point upgrade won't seem like much, that's a 12% increase to all of your damage across your entire frame. That's ridiculous, and you should remember that at any time while you're upgrading. I have no clue what the hell this does above your power rating. It was added in recently and nobody knows. My run speed isn't that high, even though I am using a run speed battle frame core. I've seen most people run around at 9.2. It just depends on your build choice. There's a basic assault. Now I probably should have covered this at the very beginning, but y'all know me. I don't do things in order. It's not my style. To unlock this frame, you're actually gonna have to go to any of those battle frame stations. There isn't one out there. No, there isn't. I have to go back. There probably is. I probably missed it. Yoink, yoink, yoink. I hate you so much. Like, it's that right there that makes that noise every time I walk in here. To unlock any frame, and I already have them all unlocked, you would have to get a frame to level 40. When you do that, you're actually going to receive 10 pilot tokens. Now, are you in the floor? No, okay, you're better. Now, when you hit level 40 and you receive your 10 pilot tokens, you can unlock one battle frame that way. Or, and this is an or, you can use those pilot tokens to get pilot token modules. Now, these cost 2 pilot tokens apiece. They're both ability and weapon modules. So let's see, what would probably be one of the ones most commonly bought? High yield module. Everybody loves splash damage right now. So let's see. Weapon modules. Oh, there we go. High yield module. This is indeed the level 40 version from the pilot token vendor that we just looked at. 3,680 credits right now. Pretty much the average price for them. I could sell one right now because I actually have one on me. Might actually do it. That's not that bad of a price. That's crazy, actually. Huh. Oh no, that's how much people are listing them for. What is the actual buy order on... Do I not have one? No, I don't. That's crazy. Okay. What's the buy order on a Havoc module? Oh, I forgot I gotta drag you over. No, that's wrong. Yeah, that seems about right. About 2,500 credits. Okay, so the reason we're over here is actually go into unlocks and then advanced battle frames. And here you can buy any battle frame recipe. Now then, we're going to go over the reason why Recluse is 10,600, because it's broken. That being said, I just showed you that some of these modules go for upwards of 3,000 credits, and you get the ability to buy 5 of them. Now, I'm not saying you should buy 5 of the same one and list them all. I'm saying go through your market and see which ones are worth the most. If, and this is an if, you think you can make more credits than the cost of the frame you're after, do it that way. You'll actually be able to make more credits, and who knows, maybe you'll be able to unlock 2 battle frames instead of 1 for those 10 pilot tokens you got. Now, there are other ways to do that, and that would be in the Red Bean store, which is their cash shop market. Are you gonna load for me? Thank you. Come on, you can do it. I got faith in you. I really don't. Oh, I need some of these. Some of these are so cool looking. Now then, in advanced battle frames, you can buy any advanced battle frame for 100 red beans. Sounds like a whole boatload. It's really not, honestly. But again, that's if you're willing to spend the real life money. And this is buying them one at a time. I want to say this is about 10 bucks. Let's see if this will get... Let's see. No, it's not. It's... Oh, you gotta buy a $20 pack? That's lame. Sorry. Totally didn't hear that. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. I wonder what that is. Kind of like that. I might have to see about buying one of those. And so here you'll see that the $100 pack buys you enough for 8 battle frames. Now, the reason I'm saying this buys you enough for 8 battle frames is if you want to drop $100, that is not the right thing to get. There is, and I can't even get to it here on the website, or here on the in-game store. There are packs on the website in your account that you can buy that will unlock every battle frame for $100. That's like the best deal if you're wanting to buy that. But again, in their store you can buy everything. Boosts are actually just reputation and XP. XP will get you extra XP. It's pretty obvious. Reputation, though, is one of the things that a lot of people don't understand. There's no factions. Well, there are factions, but none of them you actually gain or lose reputation with. Reputation boosts apply to your vouchers that are gotten, which will help you buy gear and things like that from vendors. Battle frame visuals, they're like war paints and decals and camouflage bodysuit patterns. That's pretty much it. Transportation, this is in case you want to buy a different... Ooh, the Zephyr's in the store. Fancy. In case you want to buy a different LGV, these LGV stats are actually better than the starter one you'll get. And then you can buy reusable glider pads in here that'll give you different graphics. Pets. You can see which ones I have. Oh, the top leash is in here? Yeah. I need red beans. And then in reusable items, the tiki torch is only 75 red beans. This makes everybody within the circle dance. Sorry, we've completely gone off the Recluse at this point. and now I'm just kind of goofing around. Now here's all items. Again, I'm going to be honest, 99% of the things in this store are visual. The only thing that you can buy in here that isn't a visual boost is the advanced frames and the vending tokens, which I hate you because I want celestial wings because they're cool. Anyways, those are how you can get the frame. Here's Goggle hugging me from behind. That's creepy, Goggle. Stop it. Anyways, suppose I should go out and find something to shoot to show y'all. I'm really surprised, actually, how stable this is running. Normally, it's not this stable. Oh, hey, look, my VIP is showing again. I unlocked VIP from one of the latest events. I've got it for a few more days. I don't know how many, because it's broken and not showing me. But, hey, what you gonna do? I probably should have said this at the start of the video. But, again, y'all know me. I am ever punctual. I play on the lowest settings, with the render distance turned way, way down. This is not what the game actually looks like. This is just what the game looks like to me. I do suggest going to firefallthegame.com and checking it out. Here's something. There we go. Where are you? Up ahead we have targets. Right click. You play a recluse. Now then, as you can see, you'll see all these dots ticking up. Please stop shooting me. And then you'll see all these 2905s. That is my catalytic poison tick. And basically, prior to this hotfix, catalytic poisons was doing, I'll be honest, probably around 4.9, yeah, about 4.9, honestly. I don't know how, because I ran the same build as everybody else, but mine was a lot higher. Primary fire. Who's shooting me in the ass? Is a bullet with slight drop, and normally I'm actually able to aim. But today I'm just not. Stop. You are being annoying, but I hate you. Your primary fire actually does a good deal of damage, and it also applies your catalytic poisons. So, left-clicked him. 2905, and I should get one more. Did they change that? Go away. If you want to use a melee attack, you're actually gonna have to bind that. And sorry, I had to do a bunch of melee attacks there. I had to bind that to a key because that's not a default thing. I don't know why. Anyways, that's it for me for the day. Go away. I suppose I should show some of the abilities at least. No. No. So as you can see, Recluse equals win. Don't even have to try. Don't even have to pay attention. That being said, I would like to see Recluse nerfed into the freaking ground, and it's my favorite frame ever. And my audio is probably really, really loud. I apologize. The hell? Is there a damn tornado here? I cannot solo you. Ooh, a barrage module. Fancy. Ooh, a white. Yay. Anyways, I'm done doing crossfires. I will see y'all next time. I do apologize on Minecraft videos not being out. I will work on that. Bye.